1 2, testing 1 2, 1 2 3.
Thank you. Members, please note this is my first night dealing with this technology, so bear with me if the inevitable mistakes happen. So agenda item 1 is apologies. Members, I'm not aware of any, so if there are any, could you indicate? And if not, we will move on. Agenda item 2 is declarations of interest. I'm assuming we don't have any and nobody has indicated. So, members, agenda item 3 is a presentation from Good News for Everyone, formerly known as Gideon's. So, I am going to hand over to, I think, you're sitting here. Okay, I'm just actually going to bring you in for this presentation. Just a gentle reminder that all presentations are limited to 10 minutes with potential for 10 minutes question. Okay, thank you.
Okay, everyone, can you all hear me? My name's John Stewart, and I'm a dairy farmer. Live just outside Banbridge, and my wife Jane, and we have been involved in this work for almost 40 years. And we had something very special to give you tonight. And this little book that you've already got. This little book can change your life, and it changes my life on a day-to-day basis. And we would love you to take it home and read it on a regular basis. Thanks very much for your invitation. Really do appreciate it for this opportunity to come along tonight. Who are we? We're an organisation of Christian business and professional men and women. We used to be called Gideon's, but now we're called Good News for Everyone. And it's a terrific name in a world full of bad news. What do? We place and distribute copies of God's Word to everyone who is willing to accept it. Now, we'll not be offended if you don't want one of these. Certainly not offended. So please take it and make use of it, and you'll find it a help and a comfort and to you. Why do we do this? Because we believe God can use us in this way to change lives on occasion. It has been known to save lives. And where do we do it? We place Bibles or Testaments in hotels and guest houses, doctors and dentist waiting rooms and hospitals, and of course we present Year 8 students in every school our little red Testament. And the schools are all wide open. It's not compulsory that we go in, but the teachers and heads of school are very glad to receive us, and we are very grateful for this opportunity to present the Little Red Testament. Our area is the same as your council area. It's all of Armagh and part of West Down. And why do we do this? We do this as and when we are given the opportunity. There was a guy come into our yard not so long ago, and I gave him one of these little testaments, a long time ago, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and he said to me, he says, "You're the man that gave me a Bible." And I says, "I don't remember giving you a Bible." And I says, "Are you reading it?" And he says, "No." He's a rough sort of a guy, and he says, "No, I'm not reading it." He says, "I can't read, but my wife's reading it." And that's what we want. We want people to read this. You know, this is the best seller in the world today, but it's not the best read book. So we encourage everyone to read it. What makes it so different from every other Bible? Well, it's the helps at the front. There's where to find help in time of need. If you're struggling with life, if you're distressed, family breakdown and danger, there's the little verse to help you through the difficult time that you're going through at the time. And there's a place to learn to teach you to pray. There's also 2 years Bible readings to get you into the habit of reading. It's not hard to form a habit, and you could form a habit in a few days. So that's it. Jarlath Burns up in St. Paul's asked me one time, he says, he's not in St. Paul's now, he's moved on to bigger and better things, but he asked me one time, he says, "Where do you get your money from for all this?" Money all comes in voluntary, and we set our budget every year. At the beginning of the year, we set our yearly budget. We count up the testaments we give out 3,300 of these little red testaments. We give out a few hotel testaments. We give out the Hope magazine, like this one here, round the doctors, as well as the Bible. Now this Hope magazine is the book is the Psalms, and it finishes up with the Gospel of John to encourage people to read. And we used to have it in the A5, isn't that right? A4, the bigger one, and we got it into the A5, especially for the Wimbledon tennis last June, and there was a team of men and women went along and give them out to queues of people that was waiting to get in. So the money comes in voluntarily. We have 2 special evenings, one in September and one in February. You're all very welcome to the one in February. It's a dinner held in this building here. It's on the 17th of February. There's a guy from Sheffield, used to be a West Belfast man, coming to speak and to share what this little book done in his life. So you'd be very welcome to come. And that's one way we have of raising money. We go around the churches as well. Some churches invite us in to give a presentation, and through that we get our members, and also we get friends of Good News. Sign a little, and you'll get a magazine twice a year and a letter, and they support us regularly by prayer, which is most important, and by financial giving. So really that's all I have to say. We do a quiet work. We don't make a big fuss, and we're very grateful for the schools that's open and the hotels that's open. There's a problem at the minute with the hospital. We're trying to work alongside chaplains in the local hospital here and trying to get through that way. COVID made a big change. That's when our name was changed at COVID, and it made a big change to our presentation around the hospital and around hotels as well. So if there's any questions, I would love to have them. One other thing, what makes us so different from Gideon's, we'd started to do badged testaments, and asked Jarlath Burns when he was in St. Paul's, any chance of getting into the GAA? And he says, certainly, we'll get you in. And we supplied 700 testaments like this one into Silverbridge GAA. We made a special book, or a special front cover. We'll do that for each club with their plaque on it and their emblem on it, and we'll make whatever number there is. We'll go around, we'll work closely with Sports Chaplaincy UK, and we'll do all the local football clubs with their own special testament, with their own special logo at the front as well. We do a farmer's testament, and that's what makes it. It's opening up more to the badge testaments as well. Before we couldn't do badge testaments, and we couldn't do a magazine such as the Hope magazine. So open for questions. Any questions? I'm not sure whether I could answer them, but we'll have a go. And my wife will maybe answer them more.
Thank you very much. That was a very, very interesting presentation. Members, I have Alderman Baxter who wishes to come in, and then Alderman Tinsley.
Thank you for coming in, John, and I promise not to ask you any very deep theological questions, because I know that's not why you're here. But look, thanks for coming and thanks for presenting. I think the last time the Gideons were here, I think, was 2015 possibly. So it has been a while, but listen, it's easy to get up there, and it's easy as councillors sometimes to sit here and take presentations from all sorts of statutory agencies and all sorts of different people coming and talking about various different topics. So we do applaud your courage to come in, because it's not easy sometimes to talk about what you do in the Lord's work as it is, and it can be a difficult thing to get up and talk about. So it's good that you're doing it. It's good that you're in tonight. We're delighted to see you here. I suppose I don't really have a question. just to thanks for coming in, and thanks for the testament as well for all members. There is some members listening at home as well, and obviously this is streamed online as well, so it's good to get that message out, John. It's good to see you actually again when we're not. Usually any time I'm speaking to you, we're both covered in oil and looking and measuring up different parts and trying to sort that end of things out, so it's good to see you in a different guise tonight as well. So look, we wish you all the best. We're prepared for you as you continue with your work, with the revised sort of thing that you're doing. So look,
Okay,
glad to have you, and thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Mark.
Thank you. I'm just going to bring in Alderman Tinsley.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Chair. And it's John, but I missed your wife's name.
Jane.
Jane. It's lovely to meet you both. I've never met the face behind. We've seen this everywhere in all of our public buildings, and it's wonderful to see that. And I just want to commend you both in the work that you are involved in. It's not an easy work. Anything serving the Lord is not an easy work on this earth, but your reward is certainly going to be in heaven. Because you will never know, and you know that as well as I do, you will never know those people that you have helped through this precious book. And it's only whenever we meet them again in heaven that you will see the reward for what you have been involved in. One question I did have was, do we support our armed forces with the Gideon Bible?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I shouldn't call it the Gideon Bible, but the Bible.
Yes, there's a special testament for the Royal Irish Rangers. So there is camouflage testament with the logo at the front. So.
Excellent. I'll maybe have a wee chat with you if I could get your contact, if that could be forwarded on to me. I would be very keen to get details of that to help in other areas. I think it would be very, very useful. And this is amazing, this magazine. I'm not going to lie to you, I've never seen it before. And it looks really, it's excellent, and it's something that people will pick up and read through. And just sometimes you open it up and you see a little verse, and that can be such a comfort to someone going through a really hard time. So well done to you both, everything that you are involved in.
The magazine is all...
Sorry, you can't be heard when it have to go through the chair. So thank you very much, Chair. Thanks.
Thank you. I'm going to maybe see if we can bring you in for a response on that. I'm not actually sure if that can be done.
The magazine is all Northern Ireland. It's brought out for Northern Ireland specifically.
The magazine is all Northern Ireland, Giant's Causeway and various scenery around Northern Ireland. We got that specially printed for Northern Ireland, so it's quite attractive. And if you have that sitting in a doctor's waiting room, you'd lift that quicker than you'd lift a Bible, and that's what we were hoping. And so, I hope.
Thank you. Okay. I have Councillor Radcliffe.
Thank you, Chair. And John, it's fantastic to see you here tonight and your good lady wife. You're very welcome to the chamber here tonight. This book that you've given to each and every one of us here tonight is the most important book that there's ever been. It's so important the work that you're doing. And as some of my colleagues has already said, you just don't know how many lives this is going to touch and change for the better. So I just commend you on all the work that you're doing over the years. And my thoughts and prayers will be with you going forward. Thanks again for coming in here tonight.
Thank you. Sorry, I couldn't ask you just to press your button on that because it's not, I'm afraid of you not being heard. Like I don't want you to not have the opportunity to respond. Apologies, members. I think you can tell the system's maybe not going full tilt at the minute. No, it's not coming up. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, the man who's coming to speak at our dinner is a Royal Irish Rangers, formerly. He's from West Belfast. He's living across the water. But we're looking forward to that. So, thank you. And thank you for having us. It's been lovely. We'll go out of your way now and let you get on with business.
Thank you. Listen, I do have another couple of comments. The Vice Chair wants to just come in.
Thank you very much, Chair. I would also like to thank John and June for coming in tonight. I know the great work you do there, and actually recently there you actually supplied new testaments for our football club with their own branding on it, and it went out to about 400 of the members of the football club, and it went down really, really well. So, if anything we can do for you in the future, please let us know. All right, thank you.
Okay, and it just falls on me to say thank you on behalf of the top table and the members. Just thank you for coming in, and the books I'm sure will be read, and wish you all the best. Thank you. Members, unfortunately we have lost our online members. Forgive me, we've obviously had this before, but we are going to take a short recess. Alderman Baxter.
Yeah, I appreciate we need to take a short recess to try and get the members in, but just for clarity, I think standing orders allow us to have the meeting even if people can't promote it. Isn't that correct? Just because I'm aware, like, I know environmental services had to be postponed as well, so I wouldn't like to have to see another meeting postponed, and there's a few important things in the agenda too, so just for clarity around that, can we motor on?
Yeah, I think it's not just a technical issue for the recess. We're actually going to get some guidance on that. I am aware that the members who aren't here and are remotely would have been doing that in good faith, so it does seem a bit unfair that they would not be able to take part. I know Alderman Tinsley, you had this previously, so 5-minute recess. I'm not planning on. Thank you. I'm not planning on it going much longer than that, to be honest. We have got. You're absolutely spot on, Alderman Baxter. There's quite a lot of items we need to work our way through. So 5 minutes, members. Testing, testing, 1, 2. 2 seconds, okay. Yeah, okay, thank you. Can I just ask the members who are online if they could indicate to speak as a way for us to check that you can hear us and you are part of the meeting? Just checking, members at home, if you could indicate to speak. Okay, members, unfortunately, we're going to have to adjourn this meeting. We've given quite a bit of opportunity to the company who installed this to actually try and rectify it. Alderman Baxter, you want to come in?
Yes, thank you, Chair. Yeah, just on that basis, anything that's pressing, I'll take officers' lead on it. We just bring it to full council then next Monday. I think I'd be happy to do that if that needs a proposal. Just for something, can't wait to January. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm happy to accept that proposal if somebody wants to second that. Yeah, the Vice Chair has indicated he's willing to accept it. We all agreed on that. Members, I totally understand your frustration. I share it. We had quite an agenda to work our way through, but unfortunately we've been let down by technology. If there's any issues in the intervening period, could you contact the officers and we'll try and pick them up. And finally, just a reminder that there's a workshop downstairs in committee room 2. Okay, safe home.